Hey guys, today we are back with some more Bleach. We are continuing with the manga, and we did leave off on a crazy moment. We saw Yama pulled up on yhwach, and they are about to run that fade like 1,000 years ago. And we did see Byakuya is against the wall, lifeless. We're about to see the conversation between Ichigo and Byakuya. The iconic line is about to pull up. I can't wait. Let's jump right into it. Back with this panel, I'm here to bring your life to an end. Look at Yamamoto's face. He is locked in. He is trying to seal the deal this time. Ooh, someone got popped. Good indeed. It is quite pleasing that your drive to fight has increased. That is beyond doubt. So shunsui caught him lacking right there. However, you are all quite mistaken about one thing. A little stare down between the toe. It's been 1,000 years. Yhwach. Look at the font change. That man is speaking with some aggression in his voice. And he still got kenpachi in that chokehold. Instead of here, he's on his knees on the ground now. Damn, bruh. And this motherfucker's like, what, 6'10"? Jeez. I've come to take your life. The stern look. He about it, man, with the flames in the back. Your leader will lose to our leader. You can't even see the eyes. Stop playing. And the scene right here is a little different. If I recall, in the anime it was way darker. You know, flames everywhere, smoke everywhere. But here you can actually see the blue skies. But I do like how they did in the anime with the fire, the smoke. It just kind of set the tone. Because our spirits are also lifted when our majesty fights. So both sides, you know, they get hit by that motivation, want to do better for their leader. Got na 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 na. Okay, Basby and Asnot jumping on him. Sending your leader alone to take on his majesty? Ain't you taking us a little too lightly? There is over. Time to die, old man. They really try and jump him. Like, come on. A little stern glare. Come on. Don't play with him, man. You're right. I wasn't quite thinking straight. Just look at the shock on Robert's face. What a line from Shunsui. And then a burst of flames. That's what they got hit by. Look at the amplitude of that. They are bugging jumping on him like that. Once again, the shock at him. When it comes to Yamaji, I really do love how Shunsui calls him Yamaji. It's beautiful. Those kind of normal standards don't even apply. As not getting cooked to a crisp. That might be a fear of his own now. Yamamoto. Pitiful fools. You should have known better than to intrude on my battle. And look at these shots, dude. Just the background, the flames. Yhwach in front of him, just stepping. Just a little stare down from Yama. What is it? You look like you want to say something. Oh, shit. No words need to be said. He is on that fight right away. Cause forearm down, your majesty. You haven't changed a bit, Yhwach. You never did value your subordinates' lives, but your cruel ways are about to come to an end. You have grown old, Yamamoto, but when I see you give yourself over to anger like this, it's almost like I'm looking at your old self again. And I really do like how the anime showed some flashback shots of Yama and Yhwach fighting back in the day. Yhwach really looked the same. It was really Yamamoto that looked different. And also, I think in the next episode after this, they showed the old Gotai 13, and they were some badass motherfuckers. I really hope Kubo does something with them, just kind of teasing their presence, because they were literally out for blood. They were criminals, hungry for blood. Man, they were cold as fuck. Enough prattle, throwing the flames around, bro. Yhwach, right now, it's a game of cat and mouse. He's the mouse, Yama's the cat. All he's got to do is run from that motherfucker, because he is hitting like a truck. Finally, you draw your blade. Even Yukam is getting caught in the crossfire. Oh my goodness, look at this panel taking up the whole page with the fit and the long blade. You speak as though you were waiting for me to do so. And why do you think that might be? Let me tell you, it is so that I may shatter your blade and your soul and your flesh from the very core. Everything about you is getting clapped right here in this moment. God, this is the moment. Bankai from Yamamoto. And wow, I do want to ask a question. When you guys saw this moment, what did you assume? You're like, what the fuck's going on? Or were you like, oh, this has got to be the Bankai? What was your assumptions in this moment before you kept on scrolling down? His flames have vanished. The utter shock. Bankai Zanka no Tachi, bro. Holy fuck. His Bankai is phenomenal. I remember in the little PV, the promotional, they show Yamamoto's Bankai. Or I guess he said it. They didn't show it necessarily. And I remember I assumed that, like, you know, Yama's Bankai could probably split the fucking society in half, and I was right about that. So honestly, I'm glad it was that drastic, because Yama has been a prominent figure that is so strong in the show that is like the only correct Bankai for him. Something that dominant, you feel me? Bankai, that tiny charged sword that remains after all your flames have disappeared, is your Bankai. Don't take it lightly. That man's Bankai, Zanka no Tachi, seals all of the flames he can summon into the space of that single blade with a single strike. Think about all the flames that were surrounding it, and more to that extent, all into one fucking blade. Yeah, you really just can't get touched by that bitch. That's literally all it is. That blade can engulf all that it touches in a raging inferno, reducing the enemy to ash. Legit. He cannot get touched. We see a little smirk out here. Look at the pearly whites. Ah, yes. You have borne witness to this Bankai once before 1,000 years ago. But is it really still the same? Perhaps you would like to test whether my blade has remained unchanged for 1,000 years. Just taunted him. Look, you see in the shadow on half of his face. He knows he's about to be running. By feeling his force with your flesh, that the Yama is just on hot. He is on that ass. My throat feels so dry. Oh dear, I think my lips just cracked. Unohana, Captain Unohana, this could just be me, but my skin feels strangely dry all of a sudden. My Isane, is quite rare of you to make such a feminine observation. What? I didn't mean it. Please do try to make this battle a swift one before Soul Society meets its end at the hands of your own, at the hands of your very own power. See, that's what I mean. That motherfucker could destroy SS if he wanted to, but by the looks of it, they probably have heard about Yamamoto's Bankai, but they have never experienced it. So the change in environment is definitely catching them off guard. But these two definitely know about it. They got it. Kangdu, too bad for you. Looks like you can't use Hyonimaru anymore. You must have noticed, right? All the water in Soul Society, slowly but surely, is softly vanishing away. There's no doubting it. This is Zanka no Tachi. So they even know. They know about it. Okay. And look at that. A whole page just to that charred blade. With the smoke coming off it. Holy. Got some foot action. And now there it is. The game of cat and mouse. He's going to keep on charging him until he can't run no more. He sliced my cloak. Yeah, I see no flame. What does this mean? His Bankai truly changed its very nature from when I saw it 8,000 years ago. So, back in the day, it was a little different. There is no Zanpakuto whose Shikai and Bankai are not related in their abilities. The power of his Bankai is flame. Of that, there can be no doubt. The question is, where has that flame gone? It is all in that one blade. Hits the ground. Oh my god. The bottom view shot of just the whole floor split in half. Fucking absurd. The shock. The tip of the blade, very good. And yeah, Yama is on that, bro. He is not like giving him any room to breathe. Yuba's got to be on his A game with the dodges. Zanka no Tachi East Kyoku Jutsujin. Kyoko Jutsujin. And I really did think it was badass how Zanka no Tachi had so many like elements to it, you know, east and the other directionals to it. It's just so OP, bro. It's honestly perfect for Yama. I'm glad that, you know, Kubo had so much thought into his Bankai, because Yama deserves it. As being the main captain of Soul Society, you know, the leader, he deserves some crazy ass ability like this, a crazy ass Bankai like this. I've concentrated all the heat that my flames possess into the narrow line of my blade's edge. It does not burn, it does not rage, it merely eliminates all that it touches without a trace. Once again, he's on that. The blue vein, of which you Quincy seem to pride yourselves, will offer you no defense here. So yeah, backs against the wall. You can't really defend this shit. You just gotta keep running. How tiresome. In that case, all I need to do is strike you down without touching your blade. Here he goes. Try to swing on him. He eats those. How foolish you are. Were you not listening to my explanation? I do believe I called this blade Zanka no Tachi East. Where there is an east, there must also be a west. But no matter, I will make it visible to you. Perhaps then you will understand. And he's got that armor. Zanka no Tachi West Zanjitsu Gokai. I am so sorry. I'm probably butchering all the like terminology right here with his Bankai. Its temperatures amounts to 15 million degrees. You have no hope of touching me. For once my Bankai is released, both my body and my blade bear the heat of the very sun itself. Nah, bro, he looks tough with the flames engulfing him. Fuck, man. How did he fucking lose, dude? Fucking bullshit, man. Yoba was ready for all this. Flames, 15 million degrees, such an outrageous level of heat cannot possibly be visible in the form of flame. Is this some manner of illusion? No. No. It must be that the sheer overwhelming force of his Ryatsu itself is bursting forth from his body in the shape of tongues of fire. Yamamoto. I may even breathe in that bitch. Now, let us put an end to this, Yuaba. If I do not bring your life to a swift close, I may burn up myself and all of Soul Society. And I remember when he was fighting Aizen, he was about to use that move that was about to take out all of Gotai 13. You know, all the captains that were beat down. And I thought that was crazy. And then you see this shit, and you're just in awe of how truly strong Yamamoto is. Like a raging inferno. Look at that walk with the flames, bruh. He's so tough. I can feel it scorching me. My eyes, my hair, my throat. That shit hitting him. Were it not for the protection of my blue vein, I would be reduced to ash even at this distance. So even right now, blue is what's really saving him right now. And he's not even next to him, and he's saying he would have got turned into ash. So, good thing he got that blute set up after 1,000 years ago, or it probably would have been the same outcome here, but this time, Yuaba would have been done, the Quincy's would have been done, set in stone, Soul Society lives on. What's wrong? Just going to stand there and watch? But no, I suppose that question was a little harsh. Your sword is broken, and you stand powerless before me. Is only natural if you are unable to move. I remember when watching this in the anime, Yama was talking so much shit. He was literally on his top, bro. He was not letting him talk or nothing. You may flee if you wish, though even if you do, I will slaughter you just the same. Nah, bro, Yama, he's a different animal right now. The shock, holy fuck, he's panicking. Tries to lob an arrow at him. Get that shit out of here. Yes, quite right. With your blade broken, your arrows are the only weapons you have left. Well then, shall we begin? There we go. Coming from above the top rope to lunge down at him. What now? I warn you, it will have no effect. If you think that a Quincy's weapons are limited to the Quincy cross and the... I'm not even going to try to say that. You are gravely mistaken. Kirch... Fuck, man, I can't say all that. This is the Quincy large-scale protective enchantment that combines both defense and offense. If you take one step inside the light of God, will tear you apart where you stand. As I said, it will have no effect. And he steps in that, bruh. Lifeless bodies, ashes of those who have perished by my flame. Lend me your aid. I will grant you the brief pleasure of battle once more. Oh my fucking god. This was probably one of the best abilities right here out of his Bankai. This was sick. Bringing back the dead. And this defense was sick. I literally remember this moment so heavily. You had the crazy dun 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 music behind it. You see yhwach put the defense down. And then you see Yama hit the ground with the sword. And then reads this. Zanka no Tachi Sao. And I remember the name of it was so long. Look at the dead coming back to life. What in the world? No eyes are being shown. That boy is on time. What in the world is all this? He's using the dead against him. His own fallen comrades against him. Gathering the ashes of all those I have slain in the past, my blade imbues them with heat and forcibly awakens them. The reawakened dead become my faithful servants and pursue whoever I deem their enemy until the enemy turns into dust. That's just legit insane. How he literally... Nah, this is like on some disrespectful shit. Think about it. He literally bodied all these motherfuckers and now he's bringing them all back to life to work for him. He's not letting him rest or nothing. He said, fuck all that. Damn. A god of death restoring the dead to life? Don't make me laugh. Like, he doesn't even believe it. Fuck, that shit sounds insane. Like, you think Yama's all flames and then all of a sudden he doing all this? Like, come on. You're a disgrace to the name of Shinigami. I mean, yeah, come on. It was kind of a cheap move. Like, but, you know, fuck yourself. Don't think that these will be enough to stop me. The leap of faith and, yeah, bruh. They're literally a second layer of defense for Yamamoto. Like, he's not even going to be able to touch him. He's just going to get embodied by these dead corpses. Your mouth speaks bold words, but it seems your eyes do not function so well. Fucking, you're already violating him physically over here. Now you're violating him verbally. Take a closer look. All of the faces of those dead warriors, whose arms and skulls you just shattered, are his own falling comrades. Wow, dude. Like, yeah, this shit is just fucking dirty, bro. Like, imagine you're getting literally rebelled on by your fallen comrades you saw die 1,000 years ago. You're seeing those faces once again. What a play out, Yama. That shit's a dirty play, but, you know, it's a fight, 1v1. It's a war. All goes in war. How does it feel to be weighed down by the very same men who once called you master? Curse you, Yamamoto. Wait, where are you going? Fear not, I am merely opening a little distance between us. If you wish to kill me, then by all means follow. Forge a path through your one-time subordinates. You're wretched. Are you beginning to regret not stealing my bankai as soon as you had the chance? But no, I know the truth. You did not choose not to steal my bankai. You were unable to do such a thing. Standing on that shit, you can't do all that. The method by which you steal another's bankai requires you to know and fully understand that bankai's power. Do you deny it? This is why your people are wary of Kurosaki Ichigo. Little time has passed since he achieved bankai. It still has room to evolve. And Yamamoto was actually kind of jumping the gun here. We actually figured out why he wasn't able to take Ichigo's bankai, but that is for the later chapters. We'll dive deeper into that, but man, he definitely ate his words here. I, on the other hand, have never revealed my full power, even 1,000 years ago. You cannot steal that which you do not comprehend. Remarkably simple. And I feel like he's kind of going against his words, because think about it. The people that are captains right now, how would they know their bankai? Oh fuck, I guess they're in the shadows. They definitely see that. But still, I feel like, I don't know. This is over, Yuba. And then the scream. And I do want to go back to this moment because, where is it? Yamamoto was saying you have to go through your subordinates, and you could see it was kind of taking a toll on Yuba, right? And it kind of just surprises me because of, you know, he really doesn't care about his subordinates at all. But this was the aspect of the Stern Ritter, so we'll see that in a second. That's why we were seeing that emotion from him, because Yhwach wouldn't give a fuck. He would fly through his subordinates. It would appear that even you still retain some measure of human emotion. Wow, just what I was about to say. Yeah, do not speak to me in that consoling a tone. I told you already. Consenting tone, fuck. The likes of these will not be enough to stop me. See, he does not give a fuck, bruh. He thugging that shit out. Ah, Yuba, I can see your tears. It must be painful to be forced to destroy the bodies of your own men. If you wish to have any hope of reaching me, you must feel great hatred towards this cruel man who would call even your perished comrades onto the field of battle. Like, you really gotta hate this man, Yama, after everything he's pulling out in front of you. Yet know this, the pain and hatred you feel pales in comparison to the pain and hatred of the Shinigami you have slaughtered. So kind of like a right back at you. You took out my comrades. I don't care if this is a dirty play of bringing out your old subordinates. Look what you, like, you know, it's kind of like I'm making this shit even now, you know? Zanka no Tachi North! The slice. Cut that boy in half. 2 pieces. Oh my god, it's about to fucking happen. He cooling down. He thinks it's all said and done. The war will finally be finished. I was not strong enough. My deepest apologize. Yuaba-sama. Dude, this shit just... The fact that a Stern Ritter was able to literally, like, clone Yuaba is just fucking absurd. Alright, so this is the backstory between the twin Stern Ritters. They did not explain this. I'm very interested in this, actually. The first person to confuse the twins, Lloyd and Royd, for one another was the nurse who brought them into the world. From the moment of their birth, it was unclear which was the older and which was the younger brother, and the order that the nurse told the parents was in fact incorrect. But the parents too soon lost track of which was the older and which was the younger, so ultimately the question of which child was the older became meaningless. The reason why these two children resembled one another so closely was because they had been subconsciously imitating one another since before they were even born. They did not realize this themselves until they were 5 years old, and when they were 12 years old, they realized that they could imitate other people as well as one another. So that's where their shit comes from, and that's why he was capable of doing that kind of clone from Yhwach. God damn, these motherfuckers are ugly as hell. I can't even lie, they are ugly. The older brother Lloyd could perfectly imitate another's appearance, power, and skills. The younger brother Lloyd could perfectly imitate another's appearance, memories, and mind. Like, combination, fucking dirty ass ability. My deepest apologies. Wait. And at this moment, Yama knew he fucked up. He did not finish that man. To whom would a leader apologize? This man brought about the war by his own hands. To whom would he apologize upon his defeat? I failed to fulfill your instructions. Who are you really? Yhwach-sama. This shit was fucking crazy, bro. The blue light. Oh my god. We're about to see the moment. Yhwach just steps behind him. He fucking took out his fucking squad barracks, bro. That came from the 1st Division building. Okikiba. 3rd seat. This was fucking badass. In the anime, dude, Yhwach is also a tall motherfucker. That dude's like 6'8". He was just towering Yama. He just, bro, he looks like fucking Batman. Yhwach, why you have done well. Stern Ritter, why? Be yourself, Lloyd. Well, it is an honor. And he fucking smoked. I mean, like, realistically, all these people working, like, all the Sterns working under Yhwach, they are extremely loyal to him. Like, hearing that is like heaven. They could literally die happy hearing praise from Yhwach. But yeah, he just fucking smoked him. That was absurd. Twisted Fiend, what have you been doing all this time? What lies below the 1st Division building? That motherfucker, the GOAT! Aizen, man. I've spoken with Aizen. I asked him to join my forces as a valuable military asset, but as I expected, he refused. It matters not. We have an eternity ahead of us after all. Now then, have you used up all your strength in battle with my double Yamamoto? I think not, Bankai. And here it is. He's eating his words. Yama was talking that shit, saying, hey, you can't steal my Bankai because you haven't seen this shit. And yeah, Yhwach really got the last laugh. And I was thinking of this. Like, think about Ichigo versus ulquiorra. You know, what a fight that was. Ulquiorra completely slamming Ichigo throughout the first part of the fight. Then we see that plot twist, the Vasto Lorde form Ichigo, the Hollow just going crazy. And then the legit bounce back from Ichigo, giving the work to ulquiorra. That big plot twist in that fight was absurd, right? Once again, another crazy plot twist. One-sided battle, Yamamoto smoking Yhwach, like literally Yhwach has had his back against the wall the whole fight. Plot twist, taking legit everything from Yama. The Bankai, and now he's just left standing there in shock. We're about to see that. We were never incapable of stealing your Bankai. However, your power is so great, I suspect none but myself would be able of controlling it. Of course, that's valid. For that reason, I instructed Royd not to appropriate it until I returned. So Royd was the one. So Royd had the instruction of not taking that. So what now? Perhaps I should use that power of your Bankai to call back the bodies of your one-time subordinates. Oh my god, this shit was crazy. Raining down a blade. This blade. Like, it decided Yama's fate. This shit fucking sealed the deal. Like, I knew whenever I saw this shit drop, it was fucking raps. Sadly, like, I didn't want to see him go, but, like, look at this shit. But look, Yamamoto, he's kind of realizing it's over. Farewell, Yamamoto. And yeah, once again, yhwach got the last laugh. Cut down. That's where we close out for now. Wow. You know, just reliving this moment through the manga was absurd. Just seeing how absurd, like, the fight truly was. Like I was saying, usually when you see a fight in anime, it's usually like a 50-50 fight. Or not even 50-50. Like, they go back and forth and then someone wins. But with Bleach's, like, some of the best fights, like ulquiorra, ichigo, Yama versus yhwach, you get that big plot twist where you literally don't expect that shit to happen. And yeah, what a fight that was. It was just crazy to kind of envision how many preparations yhwach truly took. Like, even to, like, where we saw it in Core 2, like, just the preparations, like, oh, you get, like, I stopped using your Bankai, now I have a Vol Stand Dig. Like, the counters on counters are literally absurd to just think about. Like, they made their preparations. I can't wait for Core 3. I think it's till the summer. I'm going to look at quick Reddit posts about Royd and Lloyd, and then I'll come back for a second. Okay, I'm bugging. I was just kind of confused on the concept. So, the one that fought Kenpachi and bodied him was Lloyd, because he has the appearance, but he also has the power. So, he is strong like yhwach. That's why he was able to slam Kenpachi. The Royd Lloyd one, he has the appearance, but he has the memories. That's why you remembered these subordinates and all of that. He had that hand motion. We saw all of that. But I guess technically he really didn't fight yhwach back. The one at the end was yhwach truly fighting him back. So that makes sense. I don't know why I thought they were like one. I didn't realize. I thought the Royd Lloyd was like a combination of their names for some reason. But yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It was nice to revisit one of the peaks of Core 1. And I guess in the next one we do see Yamamoto, the final moments with him. And then I think we do cut with Byakuya too. So I'm really looking forward to that. We are really at a great spot. I can't even lie. I think Core 1 was phenomenal. I think Core 1 at the moment is definitely my favorite. We have to see what Core 3 and Core 4 produces. Right now, Core 1, beautiful. But I appreciate all you guys for watching. I'll catch all of you in the next one. Peace out.